All right, we're going to go over the Accu-Trade process, and this is just going to be used as like a reference point. So if you guys have a question about something, you can refer back to this video. We're going to cover how you start to do a trade appraisal, the most important data that you get into the app, and Zoya will have her app open, and she'll be able to show you the different entry points and stuff like that. So to start, we come out to our trade. This being the Lexus in this case, you're going to open the door. All of the important information for the car, and 99% of them, is listed right here in the door jamb or on this side of the door frame. So there is a barcode that is listed right here, or printed right here, and you will take your Accu-Trade app out and you will scan that. So Zoya, can you open the app and do new appraisal just to show what it looks like? And then this is what it looks like. And so you'll take this box right here and you'll move it right down here and cover the VIN, and bam, it scans it, and then it preloads all of the information. So as it pulls, it loads all of the information here. Now, the next step after you scan it is to go in here, start the car, and get your exact miles. So we've actually already done this one. It's 141,333, which you can see there on the odometer. And you go into the text box and you add that and enter it. It will automatically have mileage in there. That is because it's assuming based off a year what the average miles of that vehicle might be. So you have to make sure, scan first, then mileage. The third thing you do is you take this. This is called an OBD reader. On-board diagnostic is what that stands for. So this has a very particular shape to it. It's longer on the top and shorter on the bottom. You will get underneath of the car, and I'll actually take this for you. And underneath of these vehicles, all of them have that plug-in. And so what I like to do is I like to kind of just take and get my orientation. I know that the longer side is here and the shorter side is here. So I'll position my reader, longest side, shortest side, because a lot of times you will be kind of fiddling up here trying to find it. And it's just like a puzzle piece. You line it up and then you just push it in, and then you know you're connected when it starts blinking green. All right, so it's blinking green now, so we know we're connected. You can leave the car running and it'll do its thing. So I'll hand that back to Zoya. Now we have the three most important things. I'll let you open that back up. Our VIN number is populated, our mileage is entered, and our OBD reader is plugged in. Now that's set it and forget it. So now we're gonna move into the photo taking phase, which you click the photos, add photos at the top right, you'll see a camera there. Zoya's already gone through and she's taken all these photos, but I'm gonna kind of go through this process and show you the most important angles and most important photos that you need to take. So, if you
just to let y'all know, we leave the car running.
Yes, you leave the car running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand this to Zoya. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to show you. This angle right here is your first photo. It is diagonal from the driver's side. Then you will move over to the side and you will take this photo. Then you will move to the back diagonal and take this photo. Notice how I am filling the screen with the car. Then you'll take the rear photo. And then back corner, side, and then front corner. Now you've got the exterior pictures of all of your car, and the final picture you take of the exterior is this one right here. After we've taken the exterior of the photos, we'll come around and we'll snap interior photos. I only need two. I need this shot, and I need this shot. After you get the interior of the photo, you will start back at the driver's side and you will take a full picture of the wheel and tire that should look just like this. When you're taking these photos, make sure that you're in landscape mode and not in portrait. You want to turn your phone sideways. You walk around here. Now, one thing I'm making a mental note of as I'm doing this is, do these cars have damage to the interior or to the wheels? This one, I'm already noting that it does have damage, so I'm gonna come back and get an individual picture of that. But not during or before I take a picture of all 4 tires. So we've got all the exterior pictures, we've got 4 pictures of tires, and we've got the interior pictures. Now what we're gonna go through, we're gonna showcase the damage on this car. So we start from the front, just looking at it, everything looks pretty good. The first visible damage that I see to this car is a dent here and a scratch and a scuff here and here. So I'm gonna zoom in like this and take that picture. I'm then gonna move around while looking at the wheels, looking at the exterior, looking for any type of damage. And the next damage I find is right here on this bumper. So I take that picture. And I come around here and I remembered that I had a scuffed up wheel rash, car with wheel rash. So I'm gonna zoom in and take that picture. And then right over here, I have a wheel that has oxidized. Oxidation is when the finish or the alloy on a wheel starts to come off and the clear coat starts to go away. Not only do we have some curb rash here, but we also have an oxidized wheel, which is right here. That is where the clear is literally coming off. So we've got our exterior damage, our wheel damage, and now we're gonna go showcase the interior damage. This car is older with high miles, but we have a seat that is very worn, so we're gonna get a nice picture that what we're trying to do is really capture the damage so the customer can see it. Then we'll move to our armrest, and then we'll move to our passenger seat. Everything else looks relatively good in here. Go around to the back, I don't see any damage here. So we are done in terms of damage. I'm gonna give this back to Zoya. We're gonna now go into the app. May I see your phone? And we'll back out of the photos. What it'll look like once you get all your photos is this. Here are our exterior, here are our wheel, and then if we go here, we can actually look at our damage. There's all the damage that I spoke of, the interior, all that stuff. So we're gonna back out. It loads all your pictures. What we've covered so far, you've scanned the VIN, you've plugged up your OBD2, you've entered your miles, you've done your pictures of the car, then you've done your pictures of your tires and wheels, then you've done your damage, exterior and interior. So from here, we're gonna work our way down. We start from the top. Where it says options here, you can skip over that. You don't need to worry about options, it VIN decodes that. Next, you're gonna get to color. We're gonna pick the colors. All of the exterior colors available for this car come up. We're gonna click blue. You can see there that it actually subtracted 125. This is a really hard car to sell, so it's a deduction for color. If this was a Cadillac Escalade and it was black and I clicked that, you could see an ad as high as $1,500 just for the color on the upside. So the interior color would click that and it's beige. Now for ownership, you will get with me, or for keys, you'll always assume 1 unless you visually see 2 or the customer tells you. I always like to ask the customer before I go appraise their trade, hey, by the way, do you have 1 or 2 keys? And they'll tell you, and you can go ahead and mark that on there. Vehicle history report's the first thing that comes up. If it had a bad Carfax, you would actually click that and it'll deduct, in this case, $800. We ran the Carfax on this and we know it's clean. I'm gonna get with our VIN rep who's gonna get Carfax already added into this. We're doing that today, so hopefully that's cleared up. Based off of your Carfax, you'll pick how many owners it has. Does it have 1, 2 or more, or unknown? If you don't know, always put unknown. Next, service status. You can skip completely over service status. And then we're gonna start here. We're gonna work our way from the left to the right. We start with lights. We click lights. If you look at the dash and you see any type of warning lights, you're gonna click that. Oh, and it's already here. We know it has a tire pressure monitor. Everyone knows what that is. We click the tire pressure monitor and then we go back up and we work our way over. Mechanical, I do not need you guys to touch mechanical. That's one of the areas you can pass. Other, you can pass that as well. So now we get to body, glass, interior, and wheel. These are the 4 things that you have to be very, very detailed about. You click body, and it's going to bring up all of the panels of the car. That is the fender, driver's door, driver's rear door, quarter panel, the rear hatch, the passenger side quarter, passenger side rear door, passenger side fender. That is the hood. The skinny part that you see right there is your front bumper, and the 2 dots are the headlights. You would press the headlights if they had cracks, but we're going to work around starting from the very first place we took the picture. So as we walk up here, we know there's no damage. Our first notable damage was this. So we're going to click this door, and we're going to move right down. And what kind of damage is it? It asks you. Is it a chip? Is it a dent? Is it a flare? Is it hail damage? Is it overspray? The only thing you guys need to know is dents, scuffs, and scratches. That is a scratch. So we click scratch by doing this, and it automatically brings it up. Scratch, left door, minus 150. So we're going to then move to the next spot, which is this door. We're going to click that door, and we're going to do the same thing. Well, what is it? It is a scratch. We're going to click scratch, and it's already marks it in there. Left door, scratch. Well, is it something that we're going to touch up, buff, or paint? I want you guys to always assume it's one or the other. If you look at this right here, this is considered a scuff. It is light, it's black in color. A little wet sand or a little buff could probably remove that. But if you look at this right here, where there's missing paint, that's one of those areas where you would take, touch-up paint and just dab it on. They're actually the same amount of money deduction, so you don't have to worry about nailing this or getting this right or wrong. As long as you're making note and using your best assumption or best guess of how we're going to repair this damage, you'll be in good shape. So then we're going to move along to the other damage that we noted, which is right here on this rear bumper. So we go right to our picture again, and we click, actually we clicked the wrong one last time. So we're going to click rear bumper, which is right here. And then what kind of damage is it? That is a scratch. So we're going to click scratch. How do we fix that? We're probably going to touch that up because I can see missing paint right there when you look. So we're going to hit touch up, and then bam, it's on there. And then we're going to work our way around. The rest of the exterior of this car looks pretty good so far, but we do have this damaged wheel. So we're going to go over to wheel, click the wheel, and then here it's at the front left, front right, rear left, or rear right. The way you know is pretend that you're sitting in the driver's seat, okay? Front left, front right, rear right. So this is our rear right tire. We're going to go to rear right, and we are going to click curb rash right here, and it automatically takes it and puts it in there. All right. After we've made that, we're going to go over here to this wheel, which this is our front right. So we're going to go to the front right wheel by clicking wheel, front right, and we're going to put oxidized, which you can see right there. Zoya's already done that, subtracted 150. All right. All of our damage on our exterior now has been done, and our wheels has been done. We're going to go inside now and do the damage for the interior. Actually, before we go inside, the next, we've completed body, the next one is glass. This particular Lexus has a big crack in the glass, so we're going to click glass. Which glass is it? Front windshield, these are the windows, and this is the rear. We're going to click the area that it is, and we're going to go down here and say what it is. Windshield cracked. We clicked that, and it already came up minus 350. Now we're going to go inside, and we're going to do the interior, which if you look here, try to get you better lighting, that's the next one over from glass. So we click interior, and we're going to do the driver's seat, passenger seat, and middle console. We click each one just like we did the exterior, and then we make the notable damage by clicking the buttons. So because these are already done, all of the clicks have gone away, but you'll be able to see it as you just work through it. Most important thing is that you just work on this condition disclosure. You work from the left over to the right. And so we've done our body, we've done our glass, we've done our interior, and we've done our tire and wheel. We are done. We're 100% done. Everything is noted on here. You'll come back up to the top, you'll double check your work. Are my miles right? Did I get my scan tool? That's the last, you want to grab that before you get out. Did my VIN populate? Are my pictures in there? If they all are, you're gonna hit the back button there, takes you back to your appraisal, and it automatically saves it, and it's done. It even tells you right there what our trade value is, $3,100 on this vehicle. You can see it in the top right. All right, that's it.